All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today and a banger of a video for you. I've got a full physique update of Brandon Curry that you guys have not yet seen, a full posing video at a week out from the Olympia. Now, you guys might have seen that his coach Abdullah posted this training video today where he's looking very vascular, he's looking very tight. He's starting to look even drier, even harder, even better shape. But I do have a full posing video for you guys. So this was sent to me by someone. Apparently it was recorded hours ago today. And the reason why I wanted to show you this video with Coach Abdullah is because he's wearing the same hat in this posing video as he's wearing in this first video with Abdullah. So let me play this video for you guys and see what you guys think. So first he's hitting a front relaxed, then he turns to the side. You can see how he's looking from the side. You can see vascularity in his legs, all kinds of vascularity through his arms, of course, but the legs are the one thing that we haven't really seen too much of for Brandon, and that's what a lot of people were wondering about. He turns around from the back. You can see that he's got striations in his glutes, vascularity in his glutes. His hamstrings are in. Crazy V-taper from the back, and I think that's where people are going to be surprised. Is, you know, Phil's back is his strong point for him. So when Phil and Brandon go head-to-head and you see them hit these poses, I think Brandon is actually going to look really strong in the back shots because Brandon's V-taper in the back is insane, but in the front equally is insane. You can see him hit a front lat spread in this video, looking absolutely nuts. One of the strongest points that Brandon has going for his physique is that crazy V-taper. I mean, his V-taper really is next level. It makes his physique have such a crazy illusion of A, having an insane upper body width, and B, just the V-taper itself when he goes up against a guy like Phil. It's really going to help him in those poses, especially the front poses. And you saw that interview that he did on the Mr. Olympia Instagram page where he says he thinks he's going to beat Phil in a lot of the front shots. He thinks he's going to be strong against Phil in a lot of the side shots. And I agree with his statement about the front shots. I mean, Phil has one of the best front double biceps in bodybuilding because his arms are so insane. But Brandon, the front double bicep pose is not just about your biceps. It's about the overall look of your physique. And if you're talking about who has the craziest physique in a front double bicep pose, I would have to go with Brandon because of the width of his body, the width of his upper body, the way that his lats flare out in that front double bicep, and he's, of course, got crazy arms too. I think that's a really strong pose for Brandon. I think a lot of the front shots, the front lat spread too, a very strong pose for Brandon, giving him a crazy illusion of upper body size and width. And I'll go ahead and take some still shots for you guys of the front shots, so you guys can look at the front double bicep and the front lat spread. The front lat spread is one of my favorite poses that Brandon hits in this video because really, like I said, the width of his upper body and the illusion that he creates with that V-taper is insane, and I think that's going to be a strong point that he has, even against Phil. Then we'll take some screenshots of the back and the side here. So you look in the back the back and the side here. Crazy width that I'm talking about in his back. Like I said, Phil has a fantastic back. But I think that V-taper that Brandon has and that illusion that he creates with his back makes his back look so much bigger than it actually is. I think he's going to look strong in a lot of these shots with Phil, and I think he's going to surprise some people. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, specifically about his legs, because that has been the big question mark that I've seen a lot of people talking about. Are Brandon's legs going to look good enough to compete with a guy like Phil? Because Phil, of course, he's very complete. He's got great legs. I think in these shots, Brandon's legs looked really good from the front. It's harder to tell from the sides if he's going to have enough size and separation from the side to hang with someone like Phil, because Phil's legs look insane in the side shots. But from the front, Brandon's legs really don't look that bad. From the front, I mean, his quads look really proportioned with the rest of his body, and I think that's one thing that's really important with Brandon's physique is the balance that he has, and not looking top-heavy, I think, is going to be his main concern. But if you ask me, he's looking absolutely nutty in a lot of those front shots, and I think he's going to do very well at this year's Mr. Olympia. That's an understatement probably, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about how Brandon is looking. I think he's looking on point. Now, speaking of Mr. Olympia updates, Breon Ansley had a little update of his own where he's looking extremely impressive. A quick posing video that he posted on Instagram, again, showing off that crazy conditioning that Breon has right now. Arguably, I think this is the best Breon has ever looked for any prep that I've seen of him so far. This is the sharpest version of Breon Ansley that I think I've ever seen. And like I've said repeatedly, you got to give Breon props here. He's really bringing it with this year's prep. And like I said, I've never seen him look so good. This is the best that I've seen Breon ever look From a conditioning standpoint, he's sharp, he's tight, he's hitting vacuum poses, he's hitting crucifix poses, he's got his classic poses down, added to the arsenal. We don't usually see a vacuum pose from Breon, but lately we've been seeing a lot. I think this will be the best year for a Breon and Chris rivalry because last year and the year before, Chris was off. And now, both of them are 100% on. Neither of them have any excuses. And it's going to be, I think this is going to be a real battle in classic physique. They've always been separated by a point, like I said. So it's going to be close. It's going to be a really good pose down, I think, between the two of them. And I think it's going to be an exciting show. And I don't think anyone is going to have a runaway victory at the 2020 Classic Physique Olympia. I think it's going to be a real showdown between the two. All right, guys, so huge shout out to Keeps for sponsoring today's video. Keeps, did you know that 2 out of every 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. Do not wait. Get treated from home with Keeps. You used to have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription. Now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your door. They make it easy and deliver your medication every 3 months so you can say goodbye to pharmacy checkout lines and awkward doctor visits. Now, the great thing about Keeps is the price, because Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. You may have tried them before, but probably never for the price that Keeps offers them. Prevention is key. Keeps treatments take up to 4 to 6 months or more to see results, so it's important to act fast. The sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you'll save. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors and why nearly 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. If you are ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/NSP. That's keeps.com/NSP, or click the link in the description to receive 50% off your first order. 50% off. We're not talking about a measly 10, 20, 25%, a full 50% off your first order from keeps.com with keeps.com/NSP. Head over there now, support the channel. Now, next up in the news, another Mr. Olympia physique update from a Mr. Olympia champion named Brandon Hendrickson, who is your 2018 men's physique Mr. Olympia champion. He's also your 2016 Arnold Classic men's physique champion. He posted a series of physique updates today where he's looking extremely sharp, he's looking extremely dry, and he honestly is one of my favorite guys in the men's physique category. He seems like a really nice guy, but from a physique standpoint, he's extremely impressive. And I know that recently there was some kind of controversy between him and his coach. They parted ways like a week out from the Olympia, so he's finishing the rest of his Olympia prep on his own without a coach. I wanted to give him a shout out in this video because I think he's looking extremely impressive. And honestly, he's one of my picks as a potential winner for this year's Mr. Olympia. Like I said, I don't follow men's physique as closely as Classic and Men's Open, but there are a handful of guys that I follow on Instagram, Brandon being one of them. And I think he's got an insanely impressive physique. And I really want to see him do well this year, despite the fact that him and his coach went separate ways. So hopefully we see a successful showing from Brandon Hendrickson at this year's Men's Physique Olympia. I'm actually going to be watching it this year. I usually don't watch the Men's Physique Olympia, to be honest with you guys, but this year I kind of want to see what happens. I kind of want to see what unfolds in that division, especially with guys like Brandon, Ramon Edmonds. You've got Andre Du in there, the South Korean guy, IFBB Thanos. He looks insane. Ryan Terry, a lot of these guys really impressive, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they put together at this year's Men's Physique Mr. Olympia. So a little Men's Physique news for you guys. Now, speaking of conditioning, I want to talk about Wesley Vissers again because he posted a series of videos on his Instagram page where I think he looks insanely impressive. I've said this in the past couple videos, but Wesley's conditioning for this year's Mr. Olympia has impressed the hell out of me compared to what we've seen from Wesley before. And I talked about this in those videos as well, but I know the judges told Wesley that conditioning and his legs were the 2 things he needed to work on. And these videos really show the kind of insane shape that Wesley is in. I mean, his skin is like paper thin. You can see every striation and fiber in his chest while he's doing these pec flies. I believe this video is a couple days old, so it's probably closer to 2 weeks out than 1 week out. But man, I'm really excited to see where Wesley lands in terms of what his placing will be in this lineup because his conditioning is insane. And he also posted a video here doing some bicep curls where he looks, like I said, you can see his skin is just paper thin. He's super dry. I really think this is going to be the best version of Wesley that we've ever seen. And really the only question that we have left is whether or not he brung up his legs, because I think his upper body is already pretty much where it needs to be for classic physique. If he could just catch up his lower body to where his upper body is, combine that with this conditioning, he's going to be insanely dangerous in classic. That's going to wrap it up for the video today, guys. I hope you did in fact enjoy it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet already. Please click the Keeps link in the description box below, keeps.com/NSP, to save 50% on your first order from Keeps. And let me know in the comment section below about what you think about how Brandon Curry is looking at this point in his prep. Again, that video was posted on his coach's Snapchat earlier today, and I think they deleted it right away because it's no longer there. I mean, I don't know if they got bad feedback on the video or what. I don't really think he looked bad. I mean, he's still got a week and a day to drop water. I thought it looked like he was holding a little bit of water, but he's still 8 days out, and that's when you typically are going to drop the water. So I don't know, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.